So same thing here. This one here, I'm going to write my coefficients for the row 5. So 1, 5. I forget what this was again. 1, 5, 10, 10. Right? 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. So 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. Okay, so this is going to end up being 2 to the power 5 plus, okay, that's going to be power 0, so I'm just going to leave that out. I'm going to end up with 2x to the power 4, and then negative 5y over x squared plus, okay, it's starting to get a little bit crowded in here, so I just have to be a little bit careful writing this out. 2x to the power 3 negative 5y over x squared squared plus, okay, this is going to be 2x squared negative 5y x squared to the power 3 plus 2x, and then this is going to be negative 5y over x squared to the power 4 plus 1, and this is going to be negative 5y over x squared to the power 5. Okay, so I'll leave the 0 power out of that. So once I've done this expansion and filled in the parts, I'm just going to do my simplification here. So this is going to end up being 2 to the power 5. That's going to be 32x squared. And this is going to be minus. So I'm going to end up with 25 times 2 to the power 4, which is 16. So 25 times 16, that's going to work out to be 400 is my coefficient. I'm going to have x to the power 4 divided by x squared. So it's going to be x squared y. Okay. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to work out the coefficients first. So I'm going to have 10 times 8 times 25. So 8 times 25 is 200. And times 10 is going to be 2,000. So it's going to be positive 2,000. Okay, the power on x, we're going to have x cubed divided by x to the power 4. So we're going to end up with y squared on top, x on bottom. Okay, if I want to write x to the negative 1, that would work as well. In fact, maybe we should just do that. We can see the pattern a little bit easier. X to the negative 1, y squared. Okay, moving on to the next one, that's going to be 5 cubed. So negative 125 times 4. Okay, negative 125 times 4 is 500. Times 10 is 5,000. Okay, so there's my coefficient. X squared divided by x6, I'm going to end up with x to the negative 4. Okay, and then y cubed. Moving on to the next one, that's going to be 625 times 2 is 1250 times 5. So 1250 times 5, that's going to give me 6,250. So plus 6,250. So we're going to have x power 1 divided by x to the power 8. So we're going to end up with x to the power negative 7. And you can see how the powers are going down by 3. And the y powers are going up by 1. Okay, so there is still the pattern. There's still a pattern of the powers being shown here. And then 5 to the power 5, that's going to end up being 3,025. And that's going to be y to the power, sorry, that's 10x to the power negative 10, y to the power of 5, and there's my full expansion. So that's a very big expansion. If you were to expand this out term by term by squaring this, this would have been a very difficult and time-consuming expansion. With the binomial theorem, it's still quite a bit of work, but it's much less work than if you were to expand this out using your distributive property.